Apparently, I am doing requests now. According to a commenter on a previous video. Yes, they asked me to make a video about a nasty little runt called Nick Fuentes. I'm happy to oblige. Now, if you've got a nasty little runt that you would like me to make a video about, well, leave it in the comments down below. But this nasty little runt and shitter, literally, well, his name is Nick Fuentes. You might have heard of it before, and I've made videos about this geezer in the past, probably over a year ago now. So it is about time I made another one, that it is. But before we get into this, and expose this little runt for the anti-Semite, yes, anti-feminism, misogynistic asshole that he is. Well, please boot the old like button, because apparently it helps the channel, Yeah. And if you want to support the channel, do it on Patreon or buy us a coffee, and the links are down below. Now, I don't know what happened to Nick Fuentes in his life, no. Why he's turned into being a nasty little misogynist, and why he hates women so much. I don't get it, no. Now, I, for one, I love women. I actually love smart women, women who've got a brain. Fantastic idea, Yes. I like women who've got a brain. I also like blokes who've got a brain. I'm not too keen on those who haven't, because generally they would vote for somebody like Donald Trump, or Nigel Farage, or Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. All that ilk, yes. Far right flippin' numpties that they are. Well, you see, anybody who has half a brain cell is all right with me. These people got barely enough brain cells to actually have autonomy. They keep no heart beating because they got no heart. No. Soulless individuals full of hate. And people say, I am. I just say it as I say it. I don't hate these idiots. No. I'll just call them idiots. Because stupid is as stupid does, and if people as well, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, well then there's a duck, isn't it, It's not because I hate them. It's because I'm fed up with not speaking the truth. Political correctness and all that, and it's been expected to, well, tone it down a bit. I've had enough of it. I've had enough. Now, these little runts will go on about free speech, won't they? They'll tell us all about free speech. Oh, got about free speech. But as soon as it's targeted at them, oh, they're coward. They do coward. Well, my target for today is Nick Fuentes. Horrid little runt that he is. And this is one of his recent little clips.
So I am now going viral on TikTok, Twitter, Google search trends for my very funny clip on my election night stream. In a moment of exuberance and jubilation, I excitedly declared that since Donald Trump became the president, women's bodies are now under our control.
You know what? Are you advocating for rape? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
And I mean that. I said it's their body, but it is our choice. And politically, I'm obsessed with controlling women's bodies. I'm going to tell them what they're allowed to do with them. It's my decision. We as males, we as men control their bodies. They have no say in the matter, and that comes to abortion as well as every other issue. Henceforth, men will be controlling what you eat, what you wear, whether you can have an abortion, what your hair looks like, when and whether you can cut your hair. We'll be controlling how much makeup you wear, what you do with your nails. We'll be controlling who you have sex with. We'll be controlling where you live and where you go, what time you go to bed. We're going to be controlling all of that. And this is subject to the law according to Project 2025.
Horrible, man. You know what? He's like a little, I don't know, he sounds like a little 12-year-old, doesn't he? A little child. There's something not quite right up there. He's he's clearly twisted. He's not all the ticket, is he? Now, this man here, him, Nick Fuentes, was a supporter of old Donald Trump. But when he found out that Donald Trump is, you could say, promoting Zionism, he's a bit of a Zionist. Yeah, well, I don't think he is really, but it's quite convenient for him. And some of his family members are Jewish. Well, it turned him off, didn't it? That one, that way. Yeah, Nick Fuentes turned him off, it did. And all of a sudden, I'm not going to vote now. Yeah, so he said he didn't vote. So that's kind of a vote for Donald Trump anyway, isn't it, really? Or Harris. Now, the thing is, you see, I'd be quite happy if Harris got into power. I could relax. But Donald Trump, definitely not. And especially when these kind of individuals exist. These people need to be removed from society and put in those cages, Let's get some more Mexicans, some Hispanics. Let's get some more Hispanics, all right? And replace them with him. That man is just evil, like many of these others, right? Now, I'd say Donald Trump is evil, okay? Donald Trump is evil. And if Elon Musk thinks he's going to be safe around Donald Trump, I'll tell you what, evil doesn't share power. Now, I could argue that the same with Elon Musk. He's evil. They're going to be like loggerheads because, like I say, evil doesn't share power. Now, I can't remember who said that now. Somebody said that. It's a quote from somebody. Oh, from a film. I can't remember. But anyway, the thing is, that little runt's advocating rape. Basically, like some of these films where the women become controlled by a dominant male husband, or oh, crikey, it's painful, right? Now, I'm not going to lie to you because it's one of the things I've promised myself I'm not going to do, and that is lie. I've been lied to all my life from various people, including some family members, and I won't do it. You've always got to remember your lies. So why lie? There's no point, right? So I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. This geezer, right, Nick Fuentes, is a C-U-N-T, okay? A complete, I'm being honest, right? That's from the heart. But you see, there's other individuals that have been speaking out against this geezer. Now, including somebody who worked with Nick Fuentes' mum. His mum is Lorraine Fuentes, right? His sister happens to be a twin, and she obviously got the good stuff. Melissa Fuentes. What happened to him is not quite clear, though. Something went wrong. Maybe Lorraine managed to push out little Melissa with no trouble whatsoever. They grabbed the baby, give a little tug and what have you. Oh, there we are. There you go, Lorraine. And they didn't know it was a twin. And she pushed because she thought there was a placenta or something, you see. And at the last little push to get rid of the placenta and the cord and stuff. And it was little Nick, it was. Fired across the room, and he bashed his head, he did, against the wall. Probably on a door jamb or something sharp on the corner, and he's never been the same. Well, obviously the same as seconds before. But you see, the thing is, these people, like Nick Fuentes, if they are given popularity, and they do, just like Andrew Tate and other chronically mentally disturbed individuals, the more audience they get, the more power they get. It's like you're winding them up. Yeah. Anyway, there's another individual, like I mentioned a moment ago, this lass, who worked with Lorraine Fuentes. Let's listen to what she had to say. But before we do that, I must remember to turn the volume down, because Nick Fuentes' volume was terrible. He ain't that good with his old computer, like, no.
Believe it or not, I worked with Melissa Fuentes. That's Nick Fuentes' mother,
So again,
Believe it or not, I work with Melissa Fuentes. That's Nick Fuentes' mother, the Your Body, My Choice kid, for 6 years at LaGrange Park, Illinois. And man, do I got to get some things off my chest.
please do, please do.
Lauren still works at the place, so I won't drop where we worked at, but I do know that Nick has a twin sister named Melissa, and she is Lauren's pride and joy. She is the twin of Nick, believe it or not, and the one that came out well. Melissa and Nick both went to Lyons Township High School, and Melissa flourished where Nick did not. In fact, he was called many times into the office where Lauren had to leave work and I had to cover Lauren because of Nick's shenanigans. But I really think the hatred from women started with his mother and his sister because he wasn't included. He was not a good kid. He was called into the office constantly. Shit his pants even at school. It was almost like he did it purposely. So Lauren had to leave work and go get her son. And it was rough. It was very rough. I felt bad for Lauren at the time. But now that I think about it, she needed to get that kid help then, because it was clear that he was struggling with some mental issues back then. After Lauren's mother, so that's Nick Fuentes' grandmother, died, Lauren decided to make Nick go live in Berwyn into that house. That's the one that got doxxed and the one that got leaked. But right now he is in LaGrange with his mother in the basement again, which she is not happy about at all. Anyway, I think this story, if your teen son is not starting to act right, is getting called into the office, I think we should do more therapy. I think we should prevent ourselves from becoming Lauren Fuentes and making a son like Nick Fuentes, because honestly, it was an epic fail on her part. And I wish I helped her more in realizing that he needs help. So Lauren, if you hear me, please get him some.
Please give him that lobotomy that he's always needed and wanted. Don't tell him he wants it, but let's just make him feel that it's something worth having. So he's now living in mother's basement. That's such a stereotype for a YouTuber. He does green screen as well. So when he does videos on Rumble, so you've got this green screen going on with this lush background and what have you, and he's wearing a suit. He's in his mother's basement. This is as bad as mother's back bedroom, and could be even worse. Could be in mother's bedroom. Yeah, and she ain't happy though, because she's gonna get the grief next, isn't she? Once people find out where she lives, well, then they're gonna be giving them all a hard time. It'll be doxed again, which isn't fair on his mother, even though she should have done something like before, like drown him, maybe. The usual stuff. I'm just being honest with you. Sometimes it's about the greater good. I'm not advocating that. That's just not right. But anyway, just saying what I'm thinking out loud, or was it just dreaming? Because these people, like Nick Fuentes and Andrew Tate and other chronic individuals like that, my armor and whatever his name is, that Muslim geezer in the UK, and he's just horrible. Is it my TV or something? Can't remember that. But these people are flipping horrid. They really are. Now, some people are going to say I'm horrid these days because, quite frankly, I've just had enough. Right? I'm just surrounded by these bloomin' numpties that keep coming in my feed and sharing misogynism, racism, xenophobia as general xenophobia and anti-Semitism and what have you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not happy what's going on with Israel and obviously and Gaza. Definitely not. But I haven't got a problem with the Jewish people unless they are supporting what's going on in Gaza. Well, then they're little shits as well, aren't they? I'll just say it as I see it. No. This geezer keeps sharing stuff online, alright? And everyone, it comes across, normal people who come across this, they think, my God, what the hell is going on with this cretin? Because he's a complete and utter cretin, but he's feeding off it. And even like my video here, this will give him a high. It's just gonna give him a high. Wow.
There has been a MAGA Victory Lap tour on Twitter, and we can just go through the tweets right now. Matt Walsh, now that the election is over, I think we can finally say that, yeah, Actually, Project 2025 is the agenda.
Well, we knew that,
LOL.
didn't we?
Which we knew. We reported on that. Nick Fuentes says, "Your body, my choice, forever."
Rape.
Oh my gosh, that makes me sick.
John Miller says, "Women threatening sex strikes like LMAO, as if you have a say." Shannon tweets, "So I'm supposed to go to work and do my job as if half the country didn't just vote to give me less rights than men." Andrew Tate retweets with comment, "And you also have to make me a sandwich." Then,
What the heck is wrong with these people? You know? Why can't we just treat everyone with a bit of respect, unless you're an absolute CNUNT? Why can't we? Why can't we just treat people with some respect? If they deserve it, that is. Now, regarding what's going on with Wade versus Roe, what have you, and the United States president sort of this January saying that I put it back in the hands of the states. Put it back in the hands of they can make their choices, knowing full well they were going to do exactly what Trump wished. And there's a likelihood it's going to be made a federal law regarding abortion. Basically making it as though it's murder. But then you say, what happens to someone who's been raped? Could you imagine that you had to bring up a child? Not a love child, no. A rape child. Could you imagine that? Every time you're going to look at that child, you're going to be reminded of the fact you've been raped. It's just totally immoral. Now, don't get me wrong, there might be some women who actually would want to keep the child. But that's up to them, isn't it? It's again about choice again, isn't it? Not your body, my choice, as a man. No. This is just wrong. Just wrong. And we're going to be seeing a hell of a lot of rather scary stuff over the next few months and years while Donald Trump is in power. And these cretins like Nick Fuentes, well, while they actually are allowed to broadcast their crap on places like Rumble, what have you. Now, Rumble, if you didn't know this, I live in France, right? Now, Rumble, you can't get on Rumble here in France. Because the French laws will dictate that, no, it's not allowed. For platforms like that. And also in the EU in general. Because, there are rules here about that sort of stuff. And the platform itself gets fined. At minimum 6% of turnover. Huge amounts of money. Elon Musk is going to be fined huge amounts of money. And also, Elon Musk has been sued at the moment, not just in the US, by individuals who aren't that happy about the fraudulent sweepstake. There's people here, the richest man in the EU, Bernard someone, or anyway, it's a French geezer, and he's going to sue Elon Musk for using their media material. So that'll be a huge lawsuit there. We need legislation that's there to protect people. Okay? That's why we have laws, to protect people. That's why we have police, to protect people. Unless they're going to put their knee on somebody's neck, if you know what I mean. But you see, it goes on, you see. All right? Now, Nick Fuentes... he's a tough guy, all right? That's what he thinks. He's a tough guy. See? I say a lot of incendiary things. Things so offensive, people want to physically hurt me. That they do. I want to slap you with a wet kipper. But I'm not scared. No. I'm the gingerbread man. Anyway, he says, I've got brass balls, he says. I'm not a woman. I've got balls, baby. You see, me, in the public, test them out. Kick me in the nads, he says. I won't flinch, he says. Seriously, do it. I'd give everyone permission. But meanwhile, after being doxxed, which basically means that your address being made public, people have been knocking on this door. Yeah.
Hi. Oh my God!
And he's attacking them with pepper spray. For God's sake, these people are unreal. They really are unreal. And I thought we had it bad in the UK and also here in the EU, but crikey, I really feel sorry for you guys and gals in the UK. Those of you who have got a bit of common sense, who didn't vote for Donald Trump, don't support people like Nick Fuentes. He is a horrible little runt that apparently shits his pants. That he does. Anyway, while you're here, please boot the like button. And, yeah, maybe subscribe to the channel. And tickle the little bell icon, because then you get a warm fuzzy thing in your pocket every time I upload another video. Your support channels, Patreon, or Bars Coffee, links down below. But also, we're doing a rewilding in France, for which we do have a rewilding channel. We also have the GoFundMe page as well, with information and pictures and stuff that we've done on there. Check it out. Links are down below, because somebody is criticising me saying it's fraudulent. And it isn't fraudulent. And we're doing it for the purpose of not just planting trees, but for the purpose of providing habitat for animals. And people who only know that my other channels will know that I've made bird boxes and bat roosts. Anyway, things for little animals, right? And plant shitloads of trees. Now, we're hoping to plant at least 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land, and it's probably going to be more than that, probably near 1,500 time I finish, I think, on these 2 pieces of land, because we're doing a load of arbours and stuff like that as well, and willow tunnels and stuff, not just like specimen trees. Anyway, if you want to have a tree, there is a link down below, which is a GoFundMe link, and what we do is we put the money towards the planting of the tree, plus I'll make a sign with it, okay? So I'll make a sign with it, use my laser or something, I'll use a route and what have you, and woodworking, you see. And basically put it with the tree. Now, on that sign, you can have pretty much anything on that sign, within reason. Okay? Nothing too rude, please. No. Anyway, you can have a name or maybe a loved one, what have you. Or maybe just a gift for Christmas, you know, instead of sending a Christmas card, for instance. I got argument's sake. Anyway, links are down below. But please, 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 comment. Okay? And if you've got any requests for videos, any ideas even for videos, please leave it in the comments down below, because I do actually read the comments. Like, this video was made because somebody commented and requested me making a video. Now, I apologise, it's 22, nearly 23 minutes long. But that's me, innit, eh? I get carried away. Sorry. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Toodaloo.